said goodbye like we were strong, like love was something we outgrew. Packed our dreams in quiet words, left the truth between the two. Your name still lives in every room, your laugh still echoes in my head. We didn't burn, we faded slow. Some endings never really end. They say time heals, but time just proves how deep your shadow stays. I moved on in all the ways except the ones that mattered, babe. Almost forever was still forever, even if we didn't last. Some hearts don't break, they just remember everything we almost had. You were a chapter I can't erase, a love I still can't sever. We didn't make it to the end, but almost forever was still forever. I see your face in strangers' eyes, hear your voice in empty calls. We were young, we were afraid, we built our dreams on fragile walls. If loving you was just a moment, then why does it still feel true? I've lived 1,000 days since then, and every one still leads to you. We let go before we knew how rare our love could be. Some goodbyes are permanent, some live inside of me. Almost forever was still forever, even when you walked away. Some loves don't die, they learn to linger. Then the world is we never say. You were the promise I believed, the one I'll always treasure. We didn't make it to the end, but almost forever was still forever. If I could go back just one night, I'd hold you closer, speak the truth, tell you love is worth the fight, and fear is just a wound. But life doesn't rewind regrets, it only leaves the scars, and I'll carry ours. Almost forever was still forever, even now, even here. I feel you in the silence, in every falling tear. We were real, we were enough, even if we couldn't weather. The ending doesn't change the facts. Almost forever was still forever. So if you ever think of me, know I loved you deep and true. Some loves don't need a lifetime to last forever in you. You used to say my name like a promise, like it meant I was safe in your arms. Now it falls from your lips like silence, like I'm just another scar. We stopped talking about tomorrow, started fighting about the past. You were standing right beside me, but I felt you slipping back. Every smile got colder, every touch let go. kept holding tighter while you let me go. I lost you slowly, day by day. Not in one goodbye, just fade away. You stayed, but your heart was gone. I was loving you alone, all alone. I lost you slowly, piece by piece, in every promise you couldn't keep. The hardest part is knowing the truth. You didn't leave me. I lost you slowly. You stopped asking how I'm feeling, stopped seeing tears in my eyes. I learned how to read your distance in every quiet night. I blame myself for your silence, told my heart to just be strong. But love shouldn't feel like begging to prove where you belong. Every laugh felt forced, every kiss felt wrong. I kept saying we're okay, but I knew all along. I lost you slowly, day by day. Not in one goodbye, just fade away. You stayed, but your heart was gone. I was loving you alone, all alone. I lost you slowly, piece by piece, in every promise you couldn't keep. The hardest part is knowing the truth. You didn't leave me. I lost you slowly. If you had walked away in one night, maybe it wouldn't hurt this deep. But you stayed and watched me break while you were already free. I kept fighting for us while you were done inside. I was trying to save a love that had already died. I lost you slowly, break by night. And all the words you never said. You looked at me like I was there, but you were nowhere, everywhere. I lost you slowly. Now I see your flaw before you left me. And the saddest thing I'll ever know is loving someone who let me go. I didn't lose you in a moment, I lost you over time. And now I'm standing in the wreckage of a love I thought was mine. I memorized the sound of your breathing at night, like it could keep you here, like it could make things right. I ignored every silence, every crack in your smile. Told myself we were just tired for a while. I watched you drift farther, still holding my hand, saying I'm here, but you already ran. I stayed when the truth started bleeding through. I was losing myself just to keep loving you. You were halfway gone, I was all the way in, still fighting for us. When you stopped believing, I loved you past the end, past goodbye. excuses for the pain in your eyes. Said love hurts sometimes, but this felt like a lie. You changed your name in my phone to space. Still I defended your empty place. I learned how to beg without saying a word, how to break quietly. So you were already done, I just couldn't see you were surviving. I was drowning in a weed. You let it fade, I replayed every promise you never meant to stay. I loved you past the end, past goodbye, past the nights you chose not to try. When you walked away, I stayed instead. I loved you past the end. I love the memory of your skin and the lies that felt like truth back then. You moved on, I stayed misled. Yeah, I loved you past the end. If love is knowing when to leave, then I loved you wrong. I see, I thought forever meant don't quit, even when you already did. I kept the fire, you kept the ash. I kept the hope, you closed the past. I loved you past the end, past us, past the point of enough was enough. You found peace, I found regret. I loved you past the end. Now I'm learning how to let you go, but part of me will always know I didn't lose, I just overgave. I loved you past what love could save. If loving you was my last mistake, I'd still make it just the same. Because even broken, even bent, I loved you past the end. Mm. Mm. I remember your laughter in quiet rooms, the way you said my name like it was safe. Now every corner of this house feels bruised, echoes of us I can't erase. You promised me forever with tired eyes, said love like ours would never fade. But promises don't survive goodbye, they just learn new ways to ache. You look so happy in the life you chose, like I was just a chapter you outgrew. But every time I close my eyes, I know name. I remember the arms that held me close before you learned to walk away. You remember freedom, healing, peace. I remember nights we cried. You moved on so easily, but I remember you differently, and that's what breaks me every time. Ooh. I still hear your voice in passing songs, still reach for you when days go dark. You taught my heart where it belonged, then left it there, falling apart. I know I wasn't perfect, I was scared, but I loved you deeper than you knew. You remember the reasons you left me there. I remember all the reasons I chose you. You say we weren't right, we weren't strong, just a story that ran out of truth. But love like that doesn't disappear. Just remember you differently than you do. I remember you differently, not the silence after the end. I remember every don't let go like you meant it back then. You remember letting go was brave. I remember losing sleep. You healed and learned to breathe again. I learned how much love can bleed. Maybe time will blur your face, maybe I'll stop saying your name, but loving you rewired my heart. Some things don't unfeel the same. If you ever miss the way we were, if your new world feels untrue, just know somewhere in the wreckage I still remember you. I remember you differently as the love that almost stayed. You remember moving forward, I remember what we gave. Your memory I carry quietly, a truth I can't deny. You may have forgotten me completely, but I remember you differently. I memorized your silence, learned the weight of your goodbye. Every night I held the question, you refused to answer why. I fixed what you kept breaking, made excuses for your cold. I called it love, I called it patience, but I was growing old. I watched myself disappear just to keep you near. I stayed too long for us when you already let go. I carried all the love alone while you watched it erode. I fought for every heartbeat while you chose to run. I stayed too long for us, but you were already done. Your promises were shadows, always there but never real. I bled between the maybes, trying not to feel. I told myself tomorrow you'd finally choose me too, but tomorrow never came, and I kept losing you. I called pain devotion, I called lonely hope. I stayed too long for us when you were halfway gone. I loved you in the dark long after the light was gone. I broke myself to save us, gave more than I'd become. I stayed too long for us, but you were already done. It's always meant to meet you halfway. Was I the only one there? I was drowning in your distance, still gasping for your care. I'd rather face the truth alone than beg you to stay. Some goodbyes hurt less than love that fades this way. I stayed too long for us, for a dream you didn't keep. I held on to your memory while you finally slept. I don't regret loving you, just who I became. I stayed too long for us. Now I'm learning how to walk away. I stayed too long for us, and now I choose myself again. I loved you with my whole whole soul open wide. Every truth, every scar, I let you inside. I ignored the signs, I silenced the doubt. I believed in forever, no questions allowed. I gave you my nights, my dreams, my trust. I built a future on fragile dust. When you walked away without a sound, I was still standing where love was found. I replay every word, every goodbye, wondering where we started to die. But if I'm honest, through all this pain, there's one truth I can't erase. Loving you wasn't the mistake. Even if my heart still breaks, I don't regret the tears I cried or the way I stayed, the way I tried. The mistake was believing you'd stay when your heart was already halfway. I lost myself in loving you, but loving you wasn't the mistake I made. I stayed when the warmth turned cold, held on to promises growing old. You said forever like you meant the word, but your actions were louder than what I heard. I blame myself for your distance, called neglect a phase, called silence patience. I bent till I broke just to keep us alive, while you were slowly saying goodbye. I questioned my worth in your absence, tried to make sense of your indifference. But love like mine was never wrong, it just lasted longer than yours all along. Loving you wasn't the mistake. Even if my heart still aches, I don't regret the way I cared or the love I gave when you weren't there. The mistake was thinking I was enough to save something already given up. I lost my peace, I lost my truth, but loving you wasn't the mistake I made with you. Maybe love isn't meant to stay. Maybe it's just meant to change us this way. I learned how deep a heart can break and still choose love over hate. If loving you taught me how to feel, then the pain just proves it was real. I'd do it all again, even knowing the end, because loving you made me who I am. Loving you wasn't the mistake. Even if I'm still healing every day, I don't regret a single tear of loving you this hard, this sincere. The mistake was holding on alone. When love takes two, not just one soul, I walked away with scars and truth, but loving you wasn't the mistake. I let you go, but I keep this part, the way I loved with my whole heart. And even broken, I can still say loving you wasn't the mistake. We were standing in the silence where our laughter used to live. Your eyes were full of distance, like there was nothing left to give. I said your name, you didn't answer. just stared down at your shoes. In that moment I could feel it, I was already losing you. Your hands were shaking when you spoke, like you were scared of what you'd say. You said you loved me, but not enough to ask me to stay. The day you let go, the world stopped breathing. Every promise fell apart. You walked away so easy. I stayed with all the scars. The day you let go, I fell forever breaking. You took the best of us and left me alone. That was the day you let go. Now your shadow's on my pillow, your ghost is in my phone. Every song still says your name, but I'm the one who's alone. I replay our last I love you, like maybe it will change. But love doesn't rewind, and hearts don't heal the same. I begged the night for answers, but it just let me cry. You said we'd be okay someday. Guess someday passed us by. The day you let go, I lost my direction. Every dream we made turned cold. You chose your own protection, and I paid with my soul. The day you let go, you didn't hear me breaking. I held on while you were already gone. That was the day you let go. If love was a fight, I fought alone. If love was a home, you locked the door. I would have stayed through the darkest nights, but you didn't want forever anymore. The day you let go, I learned what goodbye means. How someone can promise forever, then disappear from your dreams. The day you let go, I stopped believing in words that sound like truth. You said you needed freedom, I guess it was freedom from me and you. The day you let go, my heart kept holding on. But loving you alone was killing me slow. That was the day you let go. I still love you, I won't lie, but I'm learning how to let you go, even though it still hurts inside. Like the day you let go. We were just kids with tired hearts, chasing dreams in the dark. Said forever like it was easy, like love never falls apart. You held my hand through the silence. I held my breath through the pain. We kept pretending we were okay, while slowly slipping away. Every promise had a crack in it. Every smile learned how to lie. I stayed longer than I should have, just to keep us alive. We almost meant everything, almost built a life, almost turned our maybes into a forever kind of time. We were so close to something real, but not enough to stay. We almost meant everything, but almost fades away. I still hear your voice at midnight, calling me by my name, like love never left the room, like nothing ever changed. I gave you all the parts of me you weren't ready to hold. I loved you in ways you didn't know, and in ways you let go. I fought for us in quiet ways. You never saw me bleed. I was loving you completely while you were learning how to leave. We almost meant everything, almost had it all, almost learned how not to break when the weight began to fall. We were standing at forever, with one foot turned away. We almost meant everything, but almost couldn't stay. If love was timing, we were late. If hearts were strong, mine gave more. I kept knocking on your soul while you were closing the door. Maybe in another lifetime we'd get it right somehow, but all I have is almost, and your memory now. We almost meant everything, almost grew old, almost turned our broken dreams into stories we told. I'll carry what we never were in the quiet of my chest. We almost meant everything, and that hurts the most, I guess. Some loves don't end in forever, they end in almost and pain. We almost meant everything, and I'll never love the same. We used to talk till the morning light. Now silence fills the room at night. Your coffee's cold, your side untouched. We're still here, but not enough. I search your eyes for something real, but you look past me like you've healed. We don't scream, we don't cry, we just let the distance decide. No slam doors, no goodbye, just words we stopped trying to find. We broke without a fight, no tears in the flame, just the light Your laugh still echoes in my head, but you don't say my name instead. We sit so close, a world apart, two strangers sharing a heart. I would have stayed through every storm, but you were already gone before. You packed your love in quiet ways and left me here with what we didn't say. I waited for a reason why, but you just slowly said goodbye. We broke without a fight, no fire, just ashes falling. No truth, no final lie, just silence doing all the talking. We slipped out of time, like hands that couldn't intertwine. You let go, I held on tight. We broke without a fight. Maybe shouting would have hurt less than this calm, cold emptiness. At least anger means you still care, but we died in gentle way. I would have bled to make it right. You didn't even ask me to try. We broke without a fight, no scars, just memories breaking. No war, no sleepless nights, just love we both stopped saving. You walked out of my life, like leaving a room with the lights on. I'm still here, you're already gone. We broke without a fight. If loving you was losing slow, then I guess this is how it goes. No goodbye, no last embrace, just us quietly erased. You used to say my name like a promise, now it falls like dust in the air. I search your eyes for an answer, but you don't even look back there. We talk in circles, say nothing, while the truth sits between the lines. I hear a goodbye in the quiet. Every time you say you're fine, you don't fight, you don't stay, you don't tell me what went wrong. You just slowly fade away, and that hurts more than being gone. Your silence said everything, what your lips never could. No tears, no closure, no reasons, just to love misunderstood. You didn't have to leave me or say you needed something new. Your silence said everything, and it shattered me in two. I replay every conversation, wonder where I lost your heart. Was it something I didn't notice, or did we break from the start? You stopped asking how I'm feeling, stopped calling late at night. I was holding on to memories while you were already letting go of us quietly. You don't shout, you don't cry, you don't tell me you're done. You just look right through my eyes like I was never the one. Your silence said everything, what your lips never if any of it was real. Say it out loud next time. Don't let silence be the way.